What's going on, dudes? Jason here with my final Modern Warfare 3 gameplay. I was extremely tempted to leave the 20 kill streak where I died on the 20 support streak, dying to Deadman's Hand, just because I felt like it was an extremely fitting game to leave on. But this is another very fitting game. I'm using the Type 95. No, but I'm using assault kill streaks. I went through my computer. It's a 69-3 gameplay, so I just felt like this was the one video that I had left that I wanted to get out there. But who knows, maybe if Black Ops 2 sucked really bad, I'll get the chance to post the other ones, but I don't anticipate that happening. Black Ops 2 is upon us here in about 10 hours from the time I'm making this commentary. I'm pretty excited. I can't wait. I can't decide whether I'm more excited for multiplayer or zombies. At the beginning, like before we knew anything about Black Ops 2, I was like, zombies will be the thing. But the more and more that I see multiplayer gameplay, and the more and more I hear about it, the more that that window is shrinking to the point where I think I may really enjoy the multiplayer more. But anyways, you'll see me use like a strategy that I used back in Modern Warfare 2 because the Harrier was so powerful in that game. Once I get my 7 kill streak, you'll see me pretty much camp until I get the Overwatch. I'm running the 5-7-9 kill streaks in this game. There's no point to run out and risk your life when your kill streak is up in the air and is giving you a chance to get that next kill streak. So you'll see me several times in this gameplay call on the helicopter and kind of wait it out and see if it'll get me those kills. And it ends up working out because I believe my Overwatches just do a ridiculous amount of work in this game. But before I really talk about what I really wanted to touch on later on in this commentary, I have to bring up an issue that people have talked about in Modern Warfare 3, and I don't feel is like a just argument. A lot of people say, there's one or two the whole overpowered weapons thing has existed since Call of Duty 4 and the M16, and then of course we had the MP40, World at War. You had the UMP that everybody hated, and then maybe even the ACR people didn't like in Modern Warfare 2, the FAMAS and the 74U. But in Modern Warfare 3, I feel like people complain about 8 or 9 different guns as being the overpowered gun in the game, and I think it all depends on what situation you're in, what map you're on. Because I'm gonna just go through them all, and I'm gonna I'm using like right now's time frame. I mean, I could go back from when the game first came out before all the patches, but as the game stands today, after all the gun patches, you still have the Type 95. There's a lot of people I've seen, like Wings of Redemption and Blame Truth and some other guys that I even play with, would prefer the M16 over the Type 95 now. I don't see that. I still prefer the Type 95 100 times more than the M16, but there's a debate out there now as to which of those two is better. So you got those two. The ACR is always mentioned. I think a lot of people like the ACR because it's extremely accurate and it's a fully auto. I think if maybe if the Type 95 or the M16 were burst fire, people might like, auto, maybe the ACR would be limited. But I think that's its main advantage, is the it's fully auto. But then you have like 3 submachine guns that people always bring up, and that is the PP90. People hate the rate of fire on that gun because if you're up close, you're just gonna lose to it. But people that get mad about losing to SMGs up close when you're using an assault rifle, that's the way it's supposed to be. But you got the PP90. The MP7 by most people is considered the best one just because of its long range accuracy and just very little recoil on the MP7. And then you got a couple different ones here that could come in. The P90 I prefer over most of the submachine guns. After the MP7, I would prefer the P90 over the others, just because it can still be semi-accurate at a longer range. The PP90 I have a hard time controlling at long range. And then there's some people that like the UMP because it's only like a 3-shot kill or something like that at range, or maybe it's 4 shots, but it's, it competes with the assault rifles as far as, killing over distance. And then I like some of the other assault rifles. That's pretty much all. Those, 5 or 6 I mentioned there are guns that people like, but I really like the AK after the patch, especially with silencer now that you don't have to run the red dot to be able to see. Like the view kick on it isn't as bad. And that gun's like a 2-shot kill anywhere. The MK14, if you have a fast enough trigger finger for it, because it's a 1-shot headshot, it's basically like the Dragunov. It's kind of like a sniper rifle without having to deal with the scope on it. I don't know. It's just, and then everybody gets mad at quickscoping. Everybody's like, "Oh, quickscoping's so easy in this game." So then you bring into the account like the L11 and the MSR and the 50 cal. You know, not that those are going to compete against the other guns, but, you know, people just get mad when they die to anything. Like, people that have been playing Call of Duty for years and years just get mad no matter what because they think they're the supreme Call of Duty player. But that's just kind of my 2 cents as to, you know, that. But anyways, what I really wanted to talk about, now that I've spent the majority of the commentary talking about something else, is what to expect tonight from Black Ops 2. People seem to forget what happened with Black Ops, the first one, when it came out, or basically any multiplayer game when it first comes out. You know, do not expect an overall well-rounded, polished version of Black Ops 2 tonight. You know, you're getting, like, we're going to be, like, basically testing this game because, you know, they just don't have enough time to, you know, take everything into account when they're making these games. I remember Vonderhaar and even Robert Bowling back in the day saying that it probably would take 2 full years, or maybe even longer than that, to like make these games to the level that, you know, the fans would be happy. But in all actuality, they have about a year to do so. You know, you could argue that they have 2 years from, like, after tonight, Treyarch has, you know, 2 years to make the next Call of Duty that they're going to make. But they spend a good portion of this next coming up year supporting Black Ops 2, working on patches, working on gun balance, working on the spawn system. So in all actuality, they only have 1 year to make these games from when the next one comes out. So from the day Modern Warfare 3 released, Black Ops, Treyarch started focusing all their energies on Black Ops 2. But anyways, so since they really are pushed for time, since Call of Duty gets pushed out every year, like, look at the things in well, Modern Warfare 2, for instance, some of those things still didn't get patched until Black Ops came out. Like some of the rock glitch on that map that I'm blanking on right now. Some of the dot sights were off. Some of the guns, you could use silencers on them, and they still showed up on the minimap. Like, there was a lot of things in Modern Warfare 2 that still never got patched until the next game came out. But even when Black Ops came out, remember the terrible spawns? Remember they were asking the community for video footage of, like, the bad spawns that they had? And then they pushed out that whole 3-second thing. They wanted you to be safe for 3 seconds after you spawned. Like, I remember spawning into the fire from napalm strikes and when Black Ops first came out. The matchmaking was a little off when Black Ops first came out because, you know, you got to think the servers go from having, how many people get this game early? Maybe a few thousand, you know, have this game, and then all of a sudden you're going to have millions of people trying to get onto the servers tonight. So if you experience some lag or some matchmaking issues tonight, I don't think that's like a fair, you know, judge of what the game's actually is. You know, once it calms down and that first rush of everybody playing tonight goes away, and then it kind of goes down to maybe 300,000 to 500,000 people online at a time. But people just expect like overall polished games when the games first come out, and that's just not likely to happen. Like, look at all the problems in Modern Warfare 3 that they've had and that they continue to patch. Like, they had the unlimited computer glitch where you could call in, like, unlimited stealth bombers and all that stuff back at the beginning. There was places you could get under the map on Outpost. And, there's lots of tweaks and glitches and things that are out there that, you know, they have to patch and get into. Because I believe it was about 4 or 5 months into Black Ops before they really got the spawns like under control. Remember on Array where you could just continuously kill them in that back spawn on Team Deathmatch? Like, not even an objective game mode. In Team Deathmatch, you could just crush them in that back corner and they just would keep spawning there. You know, the gun balance is a big thing. Like, the FAMAS and the 74U were widely considered the 2 greatest guns in Black Ops, and it took them a while before they ended up patching both of those. So, I mean, the game that comes out tonight is probably not even half of what the game will be, you know, by the time, you know, May and June rolls around. Not that I'm saying it's okay for that to happen, but I hate to see, like, how some glitch will come out tonight or tomorrow that we'll see, and people will just jump on it and be like, this is the worst game ever and all this, and it'll just be completely overhyped. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to the game, and I can't wait. I'll talk to you guys later, and you'll have a good day.